Toastmaster, and thank you, Maria, for giving us this beautiful speech. I'm going to jump right in because that's exactly what you did. You jumped right into your speech, and it was very well organized. You understood that for a good speech, you needed it to be well organized, that words matter. And so, several of the things that I wanted to point out that you did well is that you used alliteration, set, serve, spike. And I think that the reason I'm pointing this out is because your goals were to have a speech that was very effective in sharing your message. And I think using these devices really helped with that. So you used set, serve, spike, which was memorable, and then the acronym WIN, what's important now, which was really memorable for us and gave us something to ruminate on. Your ending was amazing. You said when you focus on what's now, you realize you have been winning all along. And I wrote that down because I thought that was just a really great way to succinctly bring everything together for the ending. Now, to address your effective vocal variety, I think you did a great job of using vocal variety and also hand motions. I noticed that you talk like me, you like talk with your hands a lot, but I noticed that your speech used hand motions that made sense with the story that you were trying to tell. You use your fingers to count things off. You use your hands to show enthusiasm, which made sense with the story. In fact, I noticed that not only your hands, but you also use your facial expressions. Like you tend to just raise an eyebrow a little bit or smile. You actually smile quite a bit, and it makes sense with the story that you're telling. It also really draws people into the story. Let's see. You used vocal variety when you raised your voice just a little bit when you said, I didn't know we were supposed to take the nets down. And I thought that was really relatable, also very memorable. And I actually think that just for your consideration, you might want to do that just a little bit more if you're working on vocal variety specifically, just to have a little bit more of a difference between your volume when you're telling the story, or maybe even mimicking a child's voice or something like that. But overall, I thought it was a very inspiring speech, and you gave us a lot to ruminate on. So thank you so much. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.